Sorry for the interruption, participants. Let me start it again. Okay. Before proceeding and understanding, what we can see is we were talking about the sourcing and syncing concept. So what we are assuming here is when we need to understand the sourcing and concept, we need to appropriately select what are the sensors, what are the actuators, as well the IO cards of the PLC. So considering this circuit, we were able to observe here a power source, a switch, and a lamp. When the switch is closed, the current flows from battery terminal to this to this lamp. When the switch is closed, it is then termed as a sourcing type. However, if we modify this circuit a bit, we can observe that when switch is closed, when the switch is closed here, when this switch is closed, the power first enters to the lamp and then it comes to the switch. In this case, the switch is acting as a sinking type. So we need to remember that when power is first entering the switch, it is termed as source type. And when power is entering after the operation, it is referred as your sinking type. So the same terminology we can use to denote our syncing and sourcing type input and output module for a controller. If one has understand this circuit diagram terminology, it is it would be very clear that how a sensor can be defined as a sourcing or a syncing type. If a sensor is a sourcing type, then the input module required would be a syncing type, since the power first has to travel to the switch, because here sensor is acting as a switch only, and then it will go to the modules. When the sensor gives a true condition here, when the sensor gives this true condition, it acts as a closed switch, and when it is giving as a false condition, it acts as a open switch. And the figure shown, the input module is a syncing type. We can observe, we can see this as a syncing type module. Here the V positive of the sensor is connected to the V positive of the module, and the output of a different sensor will be connected to the individual points here. So these are the individual points. Means the power from the module is being connected to the one terminal of sensor, and then the output is connected to the input module. So here we can clearly observe that the sensor are sourcing type and the input module is of syncing type. When the sensor is triggered, current first flows the sensor and then to the input module. Hence, the input module acts as a syncing type. The same analogy can be used for output module as well. When using sourcing type input module, care should be taken that care should be taken that a common the common of all sensors is connected to the ground of this module. Now, understanding this concept of sourcing and syncing, it helps us to select the sensors, the actuators, and the modules for the PLC. When using a PLC, it is important to design and implement concepts on practical use we do. So to do this first thing, we must know what are the specifics of PLC programming. So here IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, comes into action and has defined some certain rules to program or to develop controllers so that they can follow a same analogy. A PLC program consists of instructions which can be your either a textual language or it can be your graphical language. So here we can define that two classification can be done. The first one can be your of graphical type and the second one can be your of textual type. And these are further divided into sub classifications. The first is can be defined as your graphical form, which includes your ladder diagram, sequential function chart, or we sometimes refer to as a SFC. The third one is your functional block diagram. So these three types forms your graphical form. So these three forms basically list into your graphical. And the other textual language which we are considering here is structured text and the instruction list. We will be learning how these languages used to program the PLC. Due to this symbol, due to this simple and convenient features for graphical representation, we use graphical methods of PLCs as compared to your textual languages. And ladder logic is one of the simplest form in this sort of a PLC program. The ladder logic is also known as relay ladder diagram or relay logic diagram. Now the relay contacts are used to control the system which are represented in the form of ladder, which are represented in the form of ladder. So there is a understanding that when PLC try to execute the operation, it goes from left to right and from top to bottom. Then only it is referred to as your ladder diagram. There are different terms that we use in programming since we are talking about graphical representation. So field devices in software are represented through these useful circuits. Like a switch can be represented either as normally open, or switch in the field can be used as either normally open switch or it can be used as a normally closed switch. So they both have different notation into the software. The first one, when we talk about normally open switch, it is also referred to as examine if closed. When the power is supplied to this switch, or when this switch is pressed in pressed state, this comes into the conduction state and lead to useful output for a device. Similarly, normally closed means in the field it is initially in a closed position or it is in a on position. When you press the switch, it changes its state. And in software, we denote this as a normally closed switch. Whereas outputs in software or in online programming devices are referred as coil or output energized. So depending upon the signal from input elements, the output elements in the PLC or online program generates the signal. Let us imagine a multiple input connected to the multiple output section, and an engineer is been given a task to change these switching positions. So with this hardwire setup, we will be struggling in making connection for rewiring. The only way to achieve is this to rewiring the whole circuit. Means today I am controlling this bulb with switch. Now I want to automate my plant. I want that my sensor should control the placing or the operation of this bulb. Then what I have to do is, the first step my would be to change this wiring connection. Now this becomes a very hassle task for me because every time I need to change this wire. This is where PLCs came into action. Now which doesn't require any additional wiring, and hardcore wiring can be changed in the form of input and output. Rather, it requires a simple change only, which can be into your program codes. Because in software, we have denote the input modules and the output modules with some addressing to incorporate these multiple inputs and outputs. A PLC, depending upon the application, can be customized according to the need of user. In the below mentioned example, what we can observe is here a push button has been used to explain the concept of how it is basically connected to the output in physical. Now when we when we when we press this switch, the output is then come into the motion. These L1 and L2 can be this L1 and L2 can be assumed as electrical connectivity. So in software, the L1 is referred to as a positive connection, positive terminal, and L2 is referred as or assumed as negative connection. So vertical line, so this horizontal line is basically referred as now this horizontal line is basically referred as a rung, and these positive lines are referred as rails. So through this, we can say that we have two rails in the form of positive and negative, and this horizontal line is assumed as a rung, rung, rung. Okay. If a push button is pressed or connected to the input module and the address of the connection is 10, and we program to examine the on instruction to the push button. Now this on instruction in PLCs has been addressed as input 1, and this 10 has been represented as output. The processor will read this as the processor will read the status of the field device is 0, as if there is no connection between the push button and the terminals, since we have not pushed this push button. So in digital language, what we can say is the PLC is reading this as a 0 only. As soon as the push button is pressed, the digital controller then start reading it as a 1. So in digital language, since the controllers are digital language, we say that the official language of a controller is 0 or 1 only. As soon as this push button is unpressed, the contact will go back to the open. Through this GIF, we can see that in a PLC, if we press the input, the PLC will read that this as an input highlightation, and output will work accordingly. And this output will goes to the field device. When this input is open or pressed, then output goes off. So this is how a PLC reads from input, processes the signal into a CPU, and then generates the signal to the output device. Again, there are some more logics that can be performed using ladder logic diagram into the field. We can also perform a NOT gate symbol. This sort of application from PLC is used as a safety switch. The whole process is to be stopped. Then rather than placing a hard wire, normally closed switch, this can be done using your software based PLCs. Again, the next example can be your OR gate type. This sort of example we can create into your softwares. So when we go for the field devices, the only thing which we need is two switches in the field and one output, and the logic itself can be created in the software. Now if we compare to the hardwire system, suppose if we wanted to create this analogy into the field, then how complex it could have become. So when a two-hand safety kind of a thing is to be developed, when means when two switches are present at the same time, then only output is achieved. This sort of environment can also be created in software. Here is a simulation that is basically depicting or showing how online programming of a PLC can be done. So this is basically a simulation of software. So in software, the field devices are represented as here. The field devices here are represented in the form of normally open, normally closed, and the output is defined as here in the form of coils. So when we need to program field devices, what we will do is we will start linking the contacts in the form of normally open and a coil. So here AND gate has been formed using the software X and Y and Z be the output. While this 0, 0 and 1, 1, these will be the switching conditions. 0 means the field status of switch is off condition. 1 indicates that switch is in on condition and it is means field connection has been switched on. So quickly summarize this video. So this is what input has been seen. So here AND condition is been created. Now when this switch S1 and switch S2 or start 1 and start 2 both are pressed at the same time, then only your output will run. So you can see the observing this table, we can see that when switch start 1 and S1 is pressed, so here when both are pressed at the same time, then only we can achieve the output. Now switching to the OR gate. So two contacts in parallel mode has been selected from the software on from the taskbar and the addressing has been given in the form of output 1 or output 2. When both when either of the switches is present, then only your output will work. So apart from ladder logic diagram, we have some other form of programming languages. Now the first language we have already discussed, that is your ladder diagram. The second comes sequential function chart, or it is sometimes referred to as SFC. Now this is a powerful graphical programming style to describe some sequential states of a control program. However, it is a bit difficult since it is a time consuming. We can see here, what we can see here is a sequence of operation can be drawn. So it is the least used language because of its um, toughness in programming. And according to IEC 61131 standard, it is mainly used in programming for controlling those problems which require sequential cycles. Coming to the functional block diagram, this is another form of programming the PLCs, and it is considered as simple and one of the graphical method to program multiple functions in PLCs. Since we can see the whole input entering is entering onto the left side and leaving to from onto the outside, or we can say that when the signal into the box is entering from left side and the output signal is coming from right side, it gives a relation between these state of input and output. And the advantage this functional block diagram offers is that any number of input and output can be used in these functional blocks. We need to just add inputs only. The structured text is considered as very powerful as it has been derived from high level languages like your Pascal or C language. And this is considered as one of the complex functions which can be used in other languages. Since we are programming the PLC in textual form rather than in graphical form, it becomes time saving. The instruction list is and another form of ladder language. It has same structure as in assembly language, whereas this language is used less as compared to ladder diagram. Now let us see why PLCs are being used